Double honors to our apostles, our bishops, and honors to Akim that pushes truth out with sincerity, week in and week out. All right? So we just here to bring out the Lord's word. All right? Prophesy the downfall of America, Babylon the Great. Who is the Most High? Yahweh. Who is his son? Yahushua. All right? And we are the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? That's the Lord's people, starting with the elect. All right? This is on Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Yeah, so the righteous are not in authority right now because the people will be rejoicing. The so-called holy people over there, the Khazars calling themselves the Jews, they're not the Lord's people, because if they were, the people would be rejoicing. All right? But the people are in mourning. All right? You have people in poverty. All right? Nations bankrupt because of these small hats. All right? Salat, let me get that again. Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked birth rule, the people mourn. The wicked are ruling right now. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked? The so-called white man, Esau, starting with the elites of them, from 13 banking families. All right? And the people are mourning right now. Here they taking away the goodies. All right? Pretty soon they're going to take away the public housing, the Section 8, and all of that sort. All right? Because a lot of housing, they're selling their property off and they're leasing it off. All right? Which soon the rent's going to go up. All right? But that's what happens when you trust your enemy, the so-called white man. All right? I'm going to read this verse. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. That's why our people is angry, starting with the prophets, man. That's why we're angry, all right? Because we want this kingdom to fall. Because we're being oppressed. We heavily taxed, all right? No matter where we go, we're in captivity under this man. No matter what country we flee to. Because these nations are ruling over us. So it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. So when you got sellouts getting gifts or getting goodies, it destroys their mind. Basically, they become comfortable and they forget who their enemy is. Like what Mayweather said, right? He's supporting the small hats, right? Yeah, because he's getting that money. But what happens when they do the shaming ritual on him? And they come for those goodies? Because he said he's never going to turn on them. He's never going to turn on them. I shouldn't even respond. He's never going to turn on them. Why? Because he's getting that money. All right? He's their mascot right now. Or whenever, how long as he is. All right? He's backing them. All right? Which he never really was for Israel, man. He's out for the bag, and hey, whatever it is, this is his consolation. This kingdom. All right. So in the kingdom, he's not gonna have that status that he had. He's gonna be wealthy, but he's not gonna be in that governing seat. All right, because he done had his second place prize or his third place prize on this side. With a lot of them celebrities, man, because they're here to entertain. Bread and circuses, all right? Just like in the Roman Empire, Flavian dynasty or whatever, you had the gladiatorial arenas. They would pacify and entertain the people to distract from what really was going on. And it's the same thing now. I'm gonna get it's a lot, brother. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy. The scriptures in Ecclesiasticus, Sirach says, 12 and 10 says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Our number one enemy is the so-called white man, all right? Never trust our enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All iron rust, oxidation, weather conditions, water, is sure to rust. The so-called white man, no matter how he masks it, he's always going to show his wickedness. It's always going to be revealed. All right? And that's what our people trust him, and they get their goodies from him, and they think everything is all good. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yeah, he'll be humble. He'll say, I agree with your pain and march with you. That's all to his benefit.
Black Lives Matter.
Huh?
Black
Lives Matter and all of that, man. Civil rights movement. All of these things was smoke screens. Like the civil rights movement, that was to break our unity away, to break our businesses, because everything, the money, so-called money, stayed within us. We was more strengthened back then. We were well aware of our enemy, all right? Though he humbled himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass. The ancient world, you wiped that looking glass, all right, because it got dusty, or you polished it because it was like brass or whatever, and you had to keep polishing it, all right? But that's like when you wipe a looking glass, it shows the image. Same way with him, it shows his wickedness. He camouflages his wickedness. He used things as a smoke screen. We're talking about Esau, the so-called white man. All right, he's our enemy. Esau, the Caucasians. Esau meaning wasted away. His pigmentation, his melanin is wasted away. You don't have melanin. Thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee. Don't keep him near you, man. He's going to overthrow you. Don't trust him. Look what he did to the northern kingdom, man. Look what he's constantly doing to our people, man. All right, our people thought the daycare centers was something good, but that was basically indoctrinating your child because, or your children, because that's considered the artificial womb. Because while parent or both parents are at work or whatever, the state is indoctrinating your young ones and feeding them that philosophy. All right, because the child is occupationally awful. It's social engineering. All right, and
Where are you reading from?
King James Bible. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. So I'm gonna drop that. All right. This is the Apocrypha. All right. Hidden the sent forth hidden. All right.
Too much of my words.
All right. Cool. This is Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Yeah, we're supposed to be mentally, we're not supposed to be mentally and spiritually in this place, all right? This is a distraction to get tongue twisted. A little distraction, so I got to be locked in. Arise ye and depart, this is not our rest. Because you got lost souls like the nigga that just left. This is his rest. This is not our rest. So we're supposed to be spiritually and mentally gone from this place, man. Babylon the Great and this whole kingdom around the world. This is not our rest, man. For this is not our rest because it is polluted. This place is spiritually polluted. The wine and physically is polluted with all the pollution, man. It shall destroy you even for destruction. The America, the ideologies of this place destroys our people. Our people locked in these holidays, these rituals, the American dream, trying to be like the next person, trying to be like these celebrities, the people they see in these magazines. Put on a camouflage image. You got the ultra beauty behind us, or the females go in there and they put up that makeup, that cake all in their face. Everybody's trying to be somebody they're not, or look, or be or something to be accepted, man. Instead of trying to be accepted by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? Arise ye and depart. Forgive me, Akim, because you got this. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with facility destruction. And a lot of people are destroyed, and our ultimate destruction is going to be thermonuclear destruction, because our people going to take that chip, man. We're not concerned with the heathen. We're concerned with our people. A lot of our people are going to trust in Egypt and take that chip, man. All right?
It's just such a fun treat to get.
This is Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Yeah, we still in captivity. Our captivity. Our people are trying to escape this captivity. That's why they sell out. They try to sit at the so-called white man's table, all right, Esau's table. When the parable of Lazarus and the rich man show us, we only get crumbs, and these dogs, they lick our wounds, man. These dogs, you see them in the community, the Elam, the East Indians, Ishmael, the Arabs, Moab, Ammon, they're in our neighborhood, all right? They all benefit, they all profit and lick our wounds, man. We gotta go to all these nations for the one of all things. For the jobs, our materials, our food, our clothing, everything. All goods. All commodities. We gotta go to these nations because we don't have a continuing city and we don't have mineral resources and things like that. So we gotta go, we don't have an industry. We don't have cargo ships, none of that. So we have to go, and we're buying overmarked up goods. While these other nations, starting with the so-called white man, starting with these small hats, they get things for pennies on the dollar, but we pay an overmarked up price on everything, even when we got businesses. All right? Because we are under curses, because we disobeyed the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, so many times. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity where thou hast scattered us. We're scattered on throughout the whole earth. And we get in confusion of faces. We're going to look like the heathens. Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. No, everybody looks down on the nation of Israel. All right? We're looked at as the biggest criminals, thieves, beggars, and to be subject to payments. Yeah, we always got to pay out. We got to ticket people, setting snares and nets looking at us to give us a ticket. It's heavily pushed in our communities. We taxed out the ass. All right? Got child support. All of these things our people suffer from. I don't have children, but I'm just talking as a nation as a whole. We got all these payments. We can never come up, and we're heavily taxed. We don't got the tax code like so-called white man does. All right, so we're paying the bulk of our wages in tax, and we're getting pennies back, income tax time. All right? And to be subject to payments according to all iniquities of our fathers which departed from the Lord our power. So and we are our forefathers. So we're every third and fourth generation we come back. So we've been paying that toll until Yahweh shall come back and buy us back. So this is not our rest. So when people complain and say, look, it's a curse on us. The Heavenly Father put a curse on us. All right? And we're coming back into remembrance and repenting and acknowledging our offense. So the elect has been woken up and is being woken up, right? So we're put in a furnace of affliction, doing the work and taking it, and taking our punches and keep on pushing, because the Lord is purging us out, so we're not judged with the world. I'm talking about the elect. 2/3 of our people, they're going to die from various means: nuclear destruction, concentrated fire from the Lord, the earth real to and fro, and various other scenarios, man. Let me see what else I have on deck. It's a lot, brother. So we're not this is not our rest. All right? And these they shall lament. This is not our rest. And these government programs is being shut down, which this is leading into Jacob's trouble, all right, during the time of martial law. I looked at some of that video, the apostles, Apostle Tahan, Apostle Gabar was mentioning in that camp, America Under Siege, 1994, where it was going into the Gurkha troops, certain, I don't remember everything, but showing how you got the black helicopters, how they was already going against people that was speaking against the government. That's showing you that the law was protecting the men of the law, because the men of the law have been going out. You know what I mean? But that's showing you, and it's also showing you them Gurkha troops and them UN troops that's over here, that's been being trained, and them Gurkhas they're from Nepal, yeah. And they assassins or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are not our people, so you know they mainly gonna move on Jake. You know what I mean? From Nepal, right?
Yeah.
The Gurkhas and other UN troops, they all part of UN and things like that. So they're gonna be unleashed during the time of Jacob's trouble. But the elect is gonna be protected and endure. Because some of us gonna be martyrs. This is Isaiah 32:12. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Yeah, a lot of our people starting with these women, they're gonna lament because these government programs, when they take them, when they really take them, they ain't gonna be around. All right, to eat. Our people gonna be jammed up because they're gonna they got the people comfortable with getting these programs, and our people was basically wasn't taking heed, man. And they ain't really give no warning about how they was gonna pull a rug from under them. You know? So a lot of our people gonna be jammed up. Because they're gonna lament. And child support, all of these things are gonna be obsolete. WIC, Section 8, housing, pretty soon they're gonna drain the swamps. They're gonna do away with all of that, man. That gift destroyed our people. It was meant to do that, you know. And it was also, I'm not making an excuse, but a lot of times I don't think they really was giving people time to like rebound really, because as soon as you got an employment, I think a certain amount of time they just take that away anyway. So they wasn't really giving Jacob time to transition. I'm not making an excuse, you know what I mean? But we wasn't supposed to be dependent on that, especially men. It's a thing you use to get on your feet, but don't be dependent on that, especially the Egyptians, man. Forgive me if I'm speaking in circles, you know. But they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. All right, so our people, that Esau gonna turn on you, man. All right, because that's a so-called white man. You're not supposed to trust him. This whole thing was a break. The our bands. All right. His whole thing was to break our bands, man. Psalms 83 and 4. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation." That's what the so-called white men in these other nations did to so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and they're constantly doing that. They just tried to destroy us during the time of the Babylonians, Esau. They tried to destroy us during the Renaissance period. They tried to destroy us during the transatlantic slave trade. They tried to destroy us when they asked for that weapon to attack the autoimmune system, that AIDS virus. All right? But it was through the Lord that we was preserved. And they trying to destroy us now. They tried to destroy us with the drugs, the heroin. All right? Opium, the opiates, the pain pills and shit like that, and ODing, and also crack destroyed our people, crack cocaine, because our people, they just jacked up. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." They tried that. They took our nationality, all right, our homeland, the Lord's name from us, the Most High's name. The Most High name, Yahweh. He is, Yahweh Shai's name, he is the deliverer. For who? The nation of Israel. Starting with the elect. Who is the nation of Israel? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All 12 tribes. All right? My people are calling themselves West Indian, Indians, 5%ers, Muslims. And they identifying themselves, they have blocked their gang. You're a holy people, you're the Lord's people. You're the nation of Israel. Yahshua Allah, he's a prince of the power. All right? You don't gotta walk with your head down. These nations are beneath you. They're above us because the Lord punished us. You know what I mean? Our people got low self-esteem, man. They don't know who they are, man. They ain't trying to know who they are. They want to be accepted by these other nations, man. These other nations are spiritual are dogs, man. You gotta look to them like they're that. You know? Shit is frustrating. These our people always want to try to be like them, man. Don't be like them. Their kingdom is falling. Their kingdom is out of here, man. We just watching the dominoes fall. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." For they have consulted together with one consent. They meet together in private, man. They're one. And on a surface level, they say they're for all humankind, man. They got sellouts among them to further destroy our people. That's why these sellouts wear shades and they get choked up at the end. All right, when they done got their reward, now they done ate, and they starting to feel remorse. It's too late. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Confederate, they're joined, man. They're joined and they're against the Lord. They're against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because they already know that the Lord is going to return. All right. So the Lord gonna put it in their mind to fight. But they're confederate one consent against thee, man. All these nations are against you. The elite of these nations are against you, man. They don't like it's in their spirit. They're bastards. The Most High don't accept them. It's in their spirit. It's in their spiritual code, man. It's deep in them. It's in their program. All right? They don't like you. The whole thing is play the game, man. But don't get caught up. Don't get caught up with thinking that these nations are with you, man. They're not. All right? They conspired against you. That's why we go to them for the one of all things. It has nothing to do with education and things like that, man. These nations were set up. They're in league with Esau. They want a league to help put you into captivity, and the rest is the parasite off of you, man. These nations don't cry for you in world court, or how the so-called Negroes is being taken advantage of. All this time, Vladimir Putin, he been knew who you were. And then he started releasing the Russian icons. That show you all these nations, they know who you are. It's you that don't know who you are, man. They have the records. Anyone that, all these nations have their own elites. And their whole thing is to remain in power. And for them to remain in power is you to be ignorant. All right? You got something you want to say, huh? All right, yeah. So just bear with me. So, but yeah, our people, once again, they always trust their enemy, but it doesn't matter the so-called white man join with us, the Lord still got them. Their time of slavery is at hand, these other nations. Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So just because the so-called white man and these other nations are joining with the nation of Israel, that doesn't mean anything. They're not going to be unpunished. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So with the elect of the nation of Israel going to be delivered, but these other nations, they're going into captivity. A lot of them going to be slaughtered, and then the least of them going to bring them back. And the ones that remain in these other lands, they're going to bring back their offspring in the kingdom. The elect, we know, going to come back in the kingdom. I mean, the 2/3 going to come back in the kingdom through the elect. All right? Because when Yahushua returns, he's going to bring law. He's going to establish law on the planet. Because there's going to be people alive that's still going to be in their wickedness and their idol worship. So the Lord going to have to set things right, and those that don't want to bow to the Lord, they're going to have their head removed. All right? Everyone's going to bow the knee to Yahushua, man. All right? Everyone's going to acknowledge Yahushua's authority. Because you got a lot of people that don't want to give Yahushua his authority. Well, you're going to see in that time, Yahushua is your salvation. That's our lawyer. You can't circumvent Yahushua. You can't go up and sneak your way up above the chain of command. There's always going to be a chain of command. Everything obeys a chain of command. Even in our bodies, there's a chain of command. There's a control center. Everything is under authority, man. The Lord set things up in order. All right, on a spiritual level, carnal level, visceral level, and your body to surface level, everything has building blocks in the order to it. All right? All right? I'll get something. Yeah, so everything has order and balance to it. All right? This is Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination. So as the Lord put things in balance. You have night and day. All right? That's the twilight. The earth has its own light. The moon has its own light. All right? Then you have darkness. You have righteousness. And you have wickedness. That's a balance. You have life and death. That's a balance. The Lord put everything in balance. You're supposed to have a balance in the money. That's why things is off right now. That's why you have all this debt and inflation, because it's not real money. It's not a just balance. All right? Everything has a balance. And everything has an order. All right? Everything has a balance.
That's why you tell people, right? See what I'm saying? Like, other people are talking
And anything that's not in order is an abomination. I'm gonna read Ephesians. Let's start at 20. I dropped that. All right. It's a lot. But everything has a balance and an order. That's how the Lord set everything up. All right. You can't get to the Lord without going through Yahushua, because Yahushua is our mediator. All right. All right. 1 Timothy 2:5. For there was one power and one mediator. There was one Most High and one mediator between the Most High and men, the man Yahushua. All right. So you cannot. That's our lawyer. He makes intercession for the nation of Israel. He complains. He lets the Lord know what we went through because he was here in the flesh. So he battled sin. And he conquered it in the flesh. So he's the one, he has first-hand knowledge, and he talks to the Most High and pleads our cause because he knows what we're going through. He's our advocator. All right? He's our advocator and our lawyer, because when you're in court, proper procedure, you can never talk to the judge. Your lawyer makes an intro. All right, the lawyer doesn't acknowledge you. The lawyer speaks. The judge doesn't acknowledge you. The judge speaks directly to your lawyer. All right. All right. So the Most High will be the judge. Yahushua will be the lawyer, and Satan will be the prosecutor. You know what I mean? They all conversing with each other like Satan doing his job. All right. That's how it is. The lawyer is going to present us to Yahweh. Yahushua will present us to Yahweh. All right. That's how it is, and that's when the Lord buys his back when he comes back. When he comes back to make his return. Matter of fact, we'll get Revelation. 1. So the Lord is about to make his return soon. That's why you see them. You see them with their satellites, and they're looking at the skies, and they got the what's that? The Space Force and all of that. Because the angels been plaguing them. What in 1954, I think it was, the chariots kept on going over D.C.
Over the White House, right?
Over the White House.
Yeah.
And then when the Air Force come, the chariots disappear.
Yeah.
When the Air Force leaves, the chariots will reappear. This kept on happening. The curse that go out throughout the earth. That curse, the chariots.
I think they actually see the angels, not just chariots. I think they actually see the angels.
Of course.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. Hell yeah.
I believe they see the angels.
Hell yeah. And they know what time it is. This is Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. Who is it he that cometh with clouds? Yahushua. Those clouds are space, what you people call spaceships. He said, behold, he come with clouds. That's what them UFOs that you are seeing. Those are the clouds, the chariots of the Lord. And in those chariots are angels, not little gray men from Zeta Reticuli. All right? Not the Anunnaki and all of that, man. Those are the angels in there. We also know the demons have chariots too, but they're not aliens from Zeta Reticuli, right? Those are angels that's in those spaceships. All right? Behold, he cometh from clouds, and every eye shall see him. Every eye is going to see the Lord when he returns. On all parts of the world, they're going to see the Lord. Even the blind are going to see the Lord. Because the Lord is coming back with his full power, spiritual power. The chariots have spiritual power also. Behold, he cometh from clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. Who pierced the Lord? The two Roman centurions when the Lord was on the cross, when they crucified him. Did they live 2,000 years? No, this is talking about reincarnation, back in the flesh. So those Roman centurions are back. Every man takes his lot. Every man, when he's reborn, he's back in his lot. Like those Roman centurions, like these presidents, they were Caesars. All right, like Trump, it's Nero. Like the Lord's men were prophets then, they're prophets now. All right. If you was a sellout in the ancient world, you're a sellout now. So those two Roman centurions are back. Every eye shall see him. All right, every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so. So the prophet John, he was like, yo, he saw the vision. He seen, the Lord showed him how everything was going to play out. All right, and everyone's going to be afraid, even the elect. All right, even the elect is going to be afraid, because the Lord is going to be standing on that main chariot. All right, Lord going to be on the main chariot, and what is he doing? He's coming to conquer. He's coming to take all the kingdoms of this planet, all right, and deliver the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. All right, I'm gonna get something. This is 2nd Esdras 13. All right. This is 2nd Esdras 13:1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. This is a prophet Esdras. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that moved all the waves thereof. Okay? And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Now, those waves is talking about outer space, the sea of space. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. This is Yahushua. The thousands of heaven is the angels. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Everything that's seen the Lord, all creation is going to be afraid when the Lord returns, because he's going to crack open the skies. That realm is going to open, because he's coming from the spiritual realm. Portal or however he opens the realm. The Lord ain't going to be traveling miles in a linear motion. Like, come on, man. The Lord and the angels can bend space and time, man. What Esau's trying to do. All right? I'm going to read that. And waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire. The Lord is going to plead with all flesh with fire. Concentrated fire is going to burn a lot of these people here in America, especially those that get the check that's here in America. All right? All right? Because that's how the Lord is going to plead with all flesh with fire. The voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. What sea? Is it talking about the ocean sea? No, it's talking about outer space, the sea of space. There's water in outer space. There's water broken up, and there's water that's actual water out there. In the sea of space, it's talking about space. All right? And that will be the second heaven, I believe.
Yeah.
The third heaven is a spiritual realm.
Yeah.
The first heaven is the firmament under the ozone layer, and it's
Atmosphere, sky.
atmosphere. Yeah. All right. So because that protects us from the harsh rays of the sun and things like that. All right. It's things is crazy out there. Forgive me for blabbering, but when they out there like that's why you see them astronauts, they gotta have the cord doing the spacewalk, it's real volatile, the vacuum. And also when I do Felix Borgum did that jump, even though he was at the part where he wasn't at the part where the satellites was at. He was at the part where gravity still exists. But you know what I mean? So when he did that jump, he had to be stabilized because he was spinning. And if he wasn't stable, you know where that blood from the body, it would have shot out his eyes. He was unstable. It's volatile up there. Because flesh and blood can inherit the kingdom. And part of the kingdom is being able to go up there without a suit. All right. But let me go back. And after this, I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. All the world's militaries, NATO, EU, all of the air forces, all these nations are going to stop fighting amongst each other during World War III, and they're going to, the Lord going to put in their spirit to fight him. And yet durst fight, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. The Lord don't use those control panels on the chariot. The Lord gonna shoot concentrated fire from the chariots or wherever he summons the fire, mainly the chariots. All right, because everything is the chariots is spiritual, the Lord is spiritual, the angel is spiritual. Whatever they think, whatever thought, wherever they will the fire to go, they don't have to even say nothing. That's where the fire gonna go. They don't have to turn around and do anything. All right. The Lord ain't gonna lift no object. Those fires are gonna subdue everything. That concentrated fire. Nor held any sword, nor instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire. That's concentrated fire, which is lasers. And out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Those are lasers, because it's focus. All right? And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. They were all incinerated in the air. They was burnt up in their ship and burned to beat to powder, meaning turned to dust. Them, their ship, all their weapons, land, air, and sea. The Lord just subdued it all in an instant. Or how the Lord deemed to do it. He destroyed all their armies at once. All right? And that's concentrated fire, the Lord and the angels. They did that. And the Lord was standing on the main chariot. All right? Okay. And the prophet Ezra is afraid. That's who we are. And we're visualizing everything. We're giving a visual as we're reading it. Because it's going to be even more deadlier than what we imagine. Afterward, saw I the same man come down from the mountain and called upon him another peaceful multitude. And that mountain, that great mountain, was a chariot. The Lord was on A chariot, a mountain like chariot. Where you think they get that Independence Day? Those two movies, those chariots. So-called white men that think that up, you got it from the scriptures. Just like it's Marvel characters, the superheroes, and that's all a little spiritual power. You know what I mean? Inspiration. All right?
I got a scripture. And this is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7. And there was war in heaven, Michael and his angels.
War in heaven. That war in heaven, not the third heaven, not the spiritual realm. That war in heaven is here on earth, in the sky. Go ahead.
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
The dragon, what's that dragon? NATO, the EU, and America. All right? That's the beast with 7 heads, 10 horns, and America is that whole, the harlot that sits on the beast. And the other nations join too. All right?
And prevailed not.
They prevailed not. Satan and his messengers, that's Esau and his armies. All right, they prevailed not. The angels, the archangels, and the Lord, they eviscerated them. They vaporized them. That's that war in heaven, right?
Neither was their place found anymore in heaven.
Their rulership, it wasn't found no more, because the Lord going to destroy their armies first to show the world who's the authority.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
Yeah, that old serpent, because in the garden that serpent had melanin. And that serpent grew into a mighty dragon of wisdom. That old serpent is Esau. All right? All right?
Called the devil and Satan.
The devil, the deceiver and the adversary. First and foremost, so-called white man starting with the least, they're the adversary to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Then they're the adversary to the nation of Israel and the world. But the top, first and foremost, they're the adversary to the Most High. Right?
Which deceiveth the whole world.
They deceive the whole world. The so-called white man deceive the whole world. Facing the covering cast, he got these other nations. He renamed the nations. The world changed history. Told the world that the Most High don't exist. Told the world that the Most High exists, that he's the Most High. The Most High looks like him, man. He's a liar, right?
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with
They
him.
brought low, man. Brought out of power. Starting with the least of them, they going into captivity, man. They gonna sit in the dust, that confusion, man. Because of unrighteous dealings and riches got by the sea, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Transferred from one people to another. Right?
This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse. Start at verse 9.
Yeah.
No. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of...
Fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, O light bearer. The physical demon Satan. From his rulership. Right?
Son of the morning.
Son of the morning, because they were supposed to be the enlightened ones. The sons of light. You know that book, New World Order, Ralph Epperson?
Yeah, I
There's
heard
a
of
chapter called Sons of Light. I don't know if it's chapter 3. And they got a saying in that book from the Masons, man is not to seek light, but to become light first. You walk to the light, then you in the light, then you become the light. And their wisdom, their so-called wisdom. All right?
How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
And the so-called white men did weaken the nations morally, economically, all right, militarily. They did weaken the nations, man, but they cut down to the ground, right?
For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven,
They said they were there sitting in the heaven, and they put their satellites up there. They orbited the Earth. They got their skyscrapers and their monuments. Right?
I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
Yep, and they put up their space stations and their satellites. They trying to be like the Most High, watching everything. Right?
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Yeah, they got us in the captivity for a time being. All right, they're doing wicked judgment. Right?
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
They're trying to be like the Most High.
She's like, so.
That's certain. They really that sped up their downfall when as soon as they saw orbiting the world and they lied saying they landed on the moon. It's like High Priest Ariel said in the old video when he's near Times Square. That sealed them right there. That sped up everything with their downfall, man. When they did that.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Yeah, you're gonna be brought down to hell, man. You're gonna go into thermonuclear destruction, all right, and you're gonna go into captivity, man. Because hell is a grave or a low condition, or slavery, man. There's no place where you burn for eternity, all right.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. I mean,
They're gonna look at you.
like
They're
this,
gonna
like,
look at you like, yo, you this man was a man that was ruling the world and had the world and trembling. Them, he's feeble. He's in a primitive state. Yeah.
and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made?
Sure, he's not no damn man with pitchfork, all right? He's a mortal man. He's a man.
Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
They made the world to tremble. When they made fire fall from heaven, with atomic weapons, at that time they had unlimited power because they was using the fusion and atomic energy from hydrogen from the seawater. So they had an unlimited amount of that. They splitting them hydrogen atoms and all that, man. Then they had the economic weapons, the social engineering. Economics is a weapon. It puts people in debt. So they had unlimited power. And then they went from atomic to nuclear. But now the playing field is level. Other nations have it, go ahead.
That made the world as a wilderness.
They made the world a wilderness, man. They went through conquering. They went through devastating all the lands, man. The so-called white man. Starting with Alexander. Alexander, they be saying on the internet it's 13 years. He only had 12 years. 12 years, he fell ill, he died, and then his 4 generals expanded the empire. What, Ptolemy, Seleucus, Lacenaeus, and Cassander. All right, Ptolemy was they went into Egypt. That's where you get all the Cleopatras and things like that. So the evil's multiplied, man. That wickedness was exponential. All right?
And destroyed the cities thereof.
Yeah, they destroyed the cities, man. They made all these lands a metropolis, put concrete everywhere. They destroyed, man. They shed a lot of blood, especially here on this land. Right?
That opened not the house of his prisoners.
Yeah, open the house of his prisoners. We still in captivity. All the nation of Israel, leave. No matter where we go, we're in captivity under these nations. They said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. These other nations are in cahoots with each other. Even when you go to another land, you still, if you was born on American soil, you're still subject to those taxes from America when you're a U.S. citizen. and except for I think Puerto Rico or something. But maybe Switzerland. I don't know. But I think it's only Puerto Rico. But look, we still in captivity under these other nations. So-called white man. He ain't open up the gates of the prisoners. We still got the birth certificate, social security card, the ID cards, the passports, the ID and the driver's license, all that shit, man.
All the kings
They
of
open the gates of his prisons, and this America's a prison house and a prison system, right? All the way.
Isaiah chapter 4. That's me right there again.
Same again? Yo, that's how it is. Our jobs must see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I say our jobs, the people we work with.
Yeah. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 18. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house.
Yeah, all these nations, man, the kings of these nations, they're above us right now. I mean, they got rich off of us, man. They're doing well.
But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch.
Yeah, so you gonna be cast out, man. Brought low.
And
Brought low. And you are an abominable branch. All the trees envy Adam's branches. Starting with Adam and the Adamites. All the family of Adam. Because Adam and Eve, they were Eve was ahead of the women. Adam was ahead of the male of the family of Adam. Because you had the family of Adam, the nation, but they were the heads.
yeah.
Adam was the head.
Yeah.
And all the nation envied his branches. All the trees envy that tree. And you saw this at abominable branch, man.
And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet.
That's right. You're gonna be at the pit. So-called white man about to be brought low, man, destroyed. The Lord is about to destroy him. That's why he knows that the chariots is their end, man. All right.
This is Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
That's right. Basra is America. That's America now. Dyed garments. Meaning the symbolic the Lord is going to have to do a lot of bloodshed, but no blood is going to touch the Lord's garment. That's just showing that he's going to slay millions. He's going to slay millions. Right? From Edom, right?
Yep.
So, he's going to destroy the gutter rocks over there, the land of Israel. The land of Israel going to get wiped off the map. We're going to zap some of them first and then let nukes hit that place. America going to get wiped off the map too. Right?
This that is glorious in his apparel.
Glorious in his power. That's the Lord. He's coming in his full glory.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength.
The chariots.
The chariots, yeah.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
That chariot is spiritual vehicle, also delivering elect, also a war vehicle, and it's also a throne. Right?
Yep. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
Yeah, because in the ancient world, you step on the grapes. You step on the grapes, and you use those grapes to make that juice to make wine. But the people is represented of being the stomped, crushed grapes, and the blood of the grapes, that juice it represents a blood. So it's talking about a lot of bloodshed. The Lord will crush millions of people. And when you did in the ancient world, your garment, it got the blood of the grapes on it. You stomp it. You know what I mean? But that's symbolic to the Lord eviscerating or beating a lot of people to powder, meaning with the lasers and nuclear missiles, because the spirit gonna be on those warheads.
Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine? I just read that.
No, don't worry about it. It was meant to come back out.
Yeah.
It was meant to, that's how we do. You know, so yeah. So that's gonna show a lot of. That's showing the Lord is a man of war. What is that? Exodus 3 and 15 or 5
I think
or 15 and 3.
15 and 3.
15 and 3, right?
Yeah.
The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is a man of war, man. All right? And the Lord talked, he pled and he talked 2,000 years ago. This time, there's no talking. It's judgment and deliverance time.
This is, I'm getting another scripture.
The Lord is speaking to his men that go out and prophesy. That's the Lord talking. That's the Lord talking. But when the Lord returns, the Lord is going to slay millions, man. That's why we in fear. We go out week in and week out. All right?
It says, sorry, I'm gonna read the other scripture again. Isaiah chapter 63.
See video I'm on goodbye. I think was it he did it yesterday or today when he was saying pretty much we gotta watch how we conducting ourselves, right? It was a video he did today, right?
I didn't watch it.
Yesterday. I guess I just noticed it today. But yeah, man. Because, you see what's going on now. You know?
Yeah.
It's getting, the Lord about to return.
It says Luke 12 and 49, I am come to send fire on the earth. What will I if it already be kindled?
The Lord is coming to send fire. So where's this generational wealth and prosperity going to be at? That's all going to be burned up. That's all that light that's going to be put out, man. That prosperity and the visions of tomorrow, doors going to be shut, the windows closed. There's going to be no work or opportunity out here. You know what I mean? There's not going to be no work or opportunity out here, man. They about to pull a plug on this place to leaks.
It says Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Just tell me when to say bring out something else.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart.
Yep, arise ye and depart. Our people supposed to arise and depart, meaning mentally. We in that state of that American dream philosophy, man. This is not our rest, man.
For this is not your rest.
This is not our rest. This is not our rest. That shows you with all these celebrities and things like that. No matter, there's a brass ceiling and a glass and a brass ceiling for the nation of Israel throughout the earth and mainly here in America, man.
Because it is polluted.
This place is morally polluted. All right, this place is morally polluted, spiritually polluted. We got a lot of wickedness on the left-hand side, and it's physically polluted, man.
It shall destroy you.
And there's a bloodshed on this land too. It's going to destroy you. A lot of people destroying this American ideologies and philosophies that won. These damn holidays, man.
It shall destroy.
Birth.
It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction.
Destroy you, man. You're going to chase the dollar all the way till it's digital. You're going to chase the dollar all the way to the chip. Because you're going to try to preserve those dollars when they go to the chip.
That's what the stablecoin, that's what it's for. Because
Chase the dollar all the way to the pit. Go ahead.
Because he's tying the debt to the stablecoin. It's not just one coin. It's like basically it's like a type of coin.
Yeah.
So stablecoin is going to be backed by the dollar. So when everything does crash, the dollar will already be linked or attached to a digital dollar. Yeah.
And these people, they're gonna take that chip, man. They're gonna take that chip. 2/3, they're gonna get caught off. You see that the lady that did the video a year ago. She said she had the dream. She saw the dream of the microchip in 4 stages. She had 2 dreams. The second dream went into it. That it was first. Is people was getting it, they didn't care, they was just getting it job-wise, they didn't care about it. They had no thoughts. Then the other time, the people got it because they couldn't function, they worked, they couldn't live without it, they couldn't function in society. And then it was mandatory, and whoever didn't get it, basically they was threatening, like, you didn't get it, you was gonna be put to death. Right? Which the men of the Lord always been bringing that out through the Spirit, starting with our apostles, our bishops, and our elders, and the Akim. But it's just a little icing on the cake that the people are having dreams about it, like the Lord said that would happen. Yeah. All right? The women will have these dreams. But we already knew it was going to take place, and it's going to. Because right now it's not mandatory, but soon it's going to be mandatory. And then if you don't get it, you're going to be put to death or threatened to be put to death. A lot of people are going to buck up and get it. They're going to falter and get it. But that should be your more assurance about this truth, because. Why is it that important that you get that chip? That'll cost you your life. That should be further assurance, like, yo, you know what I mean? But, dang, someone's gonna get it. Someone has to be the ones that deny it. Some have to be the ones that get it. Everyone has a different lot. We just pray that the Lord deliver us, and we have that spirit to not take it, because it's up to us. Say, I ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna be in. It's up to me. We're gonna, Lord willing, be up in this thing to the end.
This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse. Revelation chapter 3, Salaki. And verse 5.
And when you get the chance after this, could you get Revelation, the 14th chapter, the punishment for getting that shit?
Yeah.
You got it.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 5. Let me get Revelation chapter 2 right before. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
We're not fearing those things that we some of us gonna suffer, because we know they got the UN troops here. You know what I mean? We know they got the Gurkha troops.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
It's not talking about no physical. It's not talking about no devil with horns. That's beneath the earth, man, in a place that you burn forever. Talking about a physical man, that's a devil, the deceiver, and Satan. The devil shall cast some of us into prison. It's showing prison. What? Them concentration torture camps. They got them on sea. They got them on land. They got places that could be turned into a camp. You got storage units. You got schools that could be turned into one.
These stores?
These stores. You can make makeshift torture centers. You got it.
It's basically like a military.
Trains.
Yeah. Buses. It's basically like a military camp. You can set up a military camp anywhere. Yeah. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt.
We're not fearing those things that some of us going to suffer. We're not in fear of these troops. We fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear.
Which thou shalt suffer.
Some of us going to suffer.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Yeah, they're going to cast some of us in these torture camps.
That ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
A certain amount of time we're going to be in those camps. Tribulation, we're going to be tried, tested. Who's testing us? The Lord using these devils to test us.
Be thou faithful unto death.
Be faithful unto death, man. Faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
And I will give thee a crown of life.
Crown of life. And literally have a crown, man. The Lord gonna coronate the elect. Put crowns on elect heads.
Revelation chapter 14, what verse?
I forgot where it's at. Where it said those that get that receive the mark.
I got it. It says Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image.
If any man worship the beast and his image, all right? The beast, the revival of the Roman Empire, all right? His image, his way, his order, his way of life, his new world order, receive his mark, and be a part of his new world order religion, worshiping that demon worship. Go ahead. If any man receive the mark.
And his image.
That mark is an RFID microchip.
And receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand.
Because that chip is going in the head or in the hand.
The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High.
You're going to be destroyed by the Lord and the angels and or thermonuclear destruction. You're going to be destroyed in that second death. The first death was a flood that created these continents.
Which is poured out without mixture.
Poured out without mixture. I mean, you're going to have that full destruction, man. You're going to taste of that full destruction.
The Lord is not going to hold back.
He's not going to hold back. There's not going to be no mercy kill.
Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Yeah, his righteous anger, man.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone.
Tormented with fire. That's that thermonuclear fire, that concentrated fire. That's what's going to turn America into a desert.
In the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
The angels and the Lamb. That Lamb is Yahushua, the Lord. And the elect is going to be in the presence of the elect, because the elect going to be beamed up. The elect that's remains on the earth. Some of the elect is in the spiritual realm now.
And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever.
Forever and ever meaning a long period of time. You know? Like if you're somewhere in the cold waiting for a bus, you're saying the bus taking forever to come.
Yeah.
Alright? When you're in a low state, it seems like eternity. Forever meaning a long period of time, not really eternity, man. Just like that smoke from 9/11, it went up for a long time.
Went for a couple months.
See what I mean?
Yeah. and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
Beast in his image, and that beast is revival of the Roman Empire. That beast, you know, in his image, that's his New World Order, man. His New World Order. That New World Order comes with a religion of satanic worship and getting that RFID microchip. All right?
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahweh Shai.
Keep the commandments and the faith. The whole duty of man is the fear of the Most High, keep his commandments. That's your duty. That's the purpose and the meaning of life. It's to serve. All creation will serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The elect is serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's our duty, our service. Alright?
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season.
There's a time and a purpose. There's a time for everything. There's a time to rejoice, have fun. There's a time to mourn. There's a time to be serious. There's a time to play. There's a time to study. You know, there's a time of peace and there's a time of war. Right?
Yeah. And a time to every purpose.
A time to be born and a time to die. So read that again. There's a time.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
There's a season, there's a time, and a purpose under heaven. We're under heaven right now on this earth, and there's a time for everything. Go ahead.
A time to be born and a time to die.
There's a time to be born and there's a time to die. There's a season. Go ahead.
A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
A time to plant and a time to pluck up.
A time to kill and a time to heal.
There's a time to kill and a time to heal. We're not in the healing season. We're in the time of killing season right now. Go ahead.
A time to break down and a time to build up.
There's a time to break down and a time to build up.
A time to weep and a time to laugh.
There's a time of weeping and a time of laugh. We're not in a laughter time. We're in a time of weeping, bro.
A time to mourn and a time to dance.
We're not in a... People are rejoicing. It's not our rest, man. It's not playtime, bro.
A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
Yeah, we in a time of get along with everyone, right?
A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak.
There's a time to speak and a time not to speak. What's the point in verse 8?
Yeah. That pretty much one more verse.
Yeah. What's the point?
A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace.
There's a time of love and a time of hate. We're not in a time of love right now. We're in a time of hate. We're in the midst of World War III. In a time of what? A time of peace.
A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
We're not in a time of peace right now. We're in a time of war. We're in wartime right now. We're not in peacetime. But people don't know that because of bread and services. There's too much entertainment here in America. Too much, because this is spiritually wrong, man.
Yep.
People are entertained. We're in a time of war. It's a time of war. We're in wartime, but the people are entertained, man. People are entertained while the government right now is trying to figure out with their military how they can defend themselves against the chariots.
Yep.
how to prolong their empire, but they're not telling the people. They're feeding them garbage, entertainment, and prosperity.
Oh, that's actually really funny. You did it
Right?
Yep.
free. Sound free.
Ruling the people, hawking the lives.
It says, Zechariah, Salaki, the camera. It says Zechariah chapter 4, Salaki, Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 3 said about the chariots. Then said he unto me, wait, Zechariah chapter 5 verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou?
That flying roll was a chariot, what the world call a UFO.
What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits.
That's showing the width and the length of that chariot, the dimensions of that chariot, the size. And you know when you're looking at something from an aerial view, that size is actually larger. But that's what the prophet described. Go ahead.
Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
It's the curse. So it's a curse first and foremost to Esau. Because he's that thief. Right?
For every one that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side.
So-called white man stole everything through robbery, through war, through treachery, through swindling through his monetary system, and so on and so forth. And it says, sweareth?
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it.
All right, so-called white man, you're gonna be cut off. You got a pending payment of destruction. It's pending. It's about to go into your account soon.
Do you
You
remember
know what I
that?
mean?
Do you remember?
I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
The house of the thief, America. America, man. The house of the thief. So-called white man stole this place. There's a payment that you about to receive, man.
Yep.
You know? You can change your identity as much as you want. Try to offset prophecy. Build your shields, your domes. The Lord going to dismantle all that, huh?
This is from Fox News. It's about so-called UFOs. J.D. Vance says UFOs, aliens could be spiritual forces, as VP vows to get to the bottom of mystery in skies.
Mystery in the skies, that's the curse. And they are spiritual. The angels are spiritual and the chariots are spiritual.
That means they've always known.
They've always known. This man's a liar. He's trying to stay in control, man. Keep the people distracted. Meanwhile, he's shaking. He's having nightmares. He's scared. As he should be.
Vice President J.D. Vance weighed in on the mystery of UFOs this week, suggesting that some unexplained phenomena could reflect spiritual forces influencing the physical world.
That's right. And those angels are the one that put the angels in the Lord created this realm, man. They created these stars, these galaxies, this earth. You know? So of course they stand outside of the laws that govern this place, meaning like gravity, these forces and everything, they're not contained under, they're not bound to these elements. You know? They put them here.
That's why the angels, they could just relax by the sun.
Yeah.
They have loads of videos like that.
Yeah, they constructed it with the Lord. They constructed it with the Lord, you know?
Zechariah.
To them, it's like, to them, this creation is like, it's like paper. It's like paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Zechariah.
But so it's basically like the so-called white man is basically like, that's like I pull up a piece of paper and throw it. It's not gonna hurt you. Shit is primitive. The so-called white man's technology is primitive.
Zechariah chapter 5 verse 1. Zechariah chapter 5 verse 4. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
Roman Catholic Church, Pope, all of that, man. Listen, man, the so-called white man, you're gonna be destroyed, all right?
And the Republicans, they're patriotic Christians. That's what they show themselves as, but they really worship Baphomet. But when dealing with the government, they're Christian patriots.
Yeah. Full of shit.
Zechariah chapter 5 verse 4 says, and it shall enter, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
This place gonna get consumed with fire. Fire, concentrated fire, them lasers that's gonna proceed, that's gonna go out of them chariots. Or wherever the angels of the Lord summon them fires, man. They gonna be summoning them lasers, man. It's gonna be a horrific sight, man.
This is
They know that you saw these top military personnel and things. They know what time it is, man. They could go in the mountains, Carmel, mountains. They could go hide in them S4 base, Mount Weather, Area 51. Cause that's what Esau, he develops his own spaceships and shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And also those are their retreats. Right?
Yep.
And whatever chariots they say crash, those are chariots Esau created and crashed. Because he has to make himself an authority, to remain an authority to the world.
Yep.
So whatever he can't explain or see, he gotta have a control over it. So he's good. We gotta think like our enemy. He gonna most likely crash his own ship and say something happened. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You got it.
This is 2 Peter. Yeah. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
It's unexpected. The day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. That's why we're measuring the times diligently. It's a thief in the night because a thief doesn't let you know when they're about to rob you or take over your household. All right? A thief or robber is unexpected. They catch you slipping. But we're supposed to be on our watch to let us know during the time when the Lord returns, man. All right? And it's nearing it, and it's nearing any moment. And listen, it don't take a long time for all of these things to kick off. You can have any little event that triggers the heat of the battle from World War III. While that's taking place, civil unrest here, famine, death, cannibalism here happening. They issue martial law because of all these things going on, and they gotta get the people chipped, things like that. All these things is gonna kick off at the same time.
Yep.
So it's sped up.
And in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
How the hell is this rulership gonna pass away with a great noise? Thermonuclear destruction. It's gonna cause earthquake. The earth gonna roll to and fro. And the warheads breaking the sound barrier, man.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
What makes the elements melt with fervent heat? Thermonuclear destruction. That's what's gonna make the elements melt with fervent heat. They not, the rabbis are not saying that in the what's that shit called again? It's not temple. What is it?
Synagogue.
The synagogue. They're synagogues, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the rabbis ain't letting them know. Got it.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
Shall be burnt up. All this place, America gonna be burnt up. The land of Israel gonna be burnt up with thermonuclear missiles, man. All right.
Seeing
With this one, all right,
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved.
so if America gonna be turned into a desert by ICBM missiles, the land of Israel gonna be burnt up. The earth gonna roll to and fro. Seeing all this gonna happen, what the scripture saying?
What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Our conduct and how we conduct ourselves on a day-to-day basis. If all these things gonna take place, what manner of person we ought to be? Doing the work and rehearsing the righteous acts. We supposed to be out here prophesying, looking crazy to the world.
And this is the word for manner. From I'm gonna go to the content of what sort or quality, what manner of persons or of things.
Yeah, so you supposed to conduct ourselves how the Lord ordained us, how the Lord told us to go about. All right? You're supposed to do this work, not be spiritually or mentally attached to this place.
You know, not supposed to be immature either.
Or immature either, yeah. So we gotta have rule over our spirit. So now we're not supposed to be stupid and not go out and work. You get what I'm saying? Because we a man that don't work don't eat. You know what I mean? We can't be using idle time. We gotta be working.
They don't
Doing the Lord's work and then doing the physical work.
not supposed to basically use it as an excuse to be lazy and not work.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lord is coming back, so he's coming back in a month, so I'm just gonna chill and feed off of my family and the brotherhood. I'm not supposed to do that. Salakia.
No, you right.
Second Peter chapter 3 and verse 12. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High.
We're saying the Lord might be out here. We might be out of here in 6 months. We might be out here in a couple of months. That's what hasting for the day of the Lord to come.
Wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved.
The heavens being on fire, meaning this rulership, meaning this land, meaning the sky. Go ahead.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
The elements, because everything gonna melt at the same degree. Everything within this airspace. From the cloud or the aerial view of America all the way down to the foundation of America. Gonna be on fire. Even the air. Now we talking about thermonuclear destruction here in America, in the land of Israel. Prophesied in the Bible, and it's about to happen soon. Sooner than you think. You can walk fast, but you can't outrun the missiles. You cannot outrun the destruction.
Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and
a new heaven, new rulership under Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, a rejuvenated earth. Go ahead.
look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Where the Lord's Lord. Land Sabbath kept. Edomites out of sight. No more wickedness.
Right.
Peace. You could drop that, right? Oh, you got something else. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna get one more thing.
No doubt.
This is Salakia. This is Revelation chapter 22 and verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
Yeah, the Lord is going to come quickly and give every man his reward, because we just mentioned like a few minutes ago that reward, the payment for what you sow on the earth, what you do. The Lord is bringing a reward, meaning a righteous judgment, or both judgments are righteous, are independent on your works. Some are going to be delivered, some destroyed, some enslaved. Right?
I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last.
That's right. That's the Lord, Yahushua, Alpha and Omega. Everything was put, beginning and end, everything was put under Yahushua's jurisdiction. Right?
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Blessed are they that do his commandments. Elect is going to do the Lord's commandments.
That they may have right to the tree of life.
Tree of life, all right? In the kingdom, all right? Right?
And may enter through the gates into the city.
In the gates of the city. The elect, reigning with Yahushua that first day in the kingdom. All right? So, with that, Lord willing, we did the best of our ability. All right, with that, we'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Okakadash. Double honor to our apostles, our bishops, and the elders, and the Akim that's pushing this truth out in sincerity. We almost out here. Shalom. These are the move,